Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger.
Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we're going to talk about two full-service stockbrokers, Sharekhan and Choice Broking. Now they have their own positives and negatives, pros and cons, merits and demerits, and you have to see what you want, what you need, and based on that you can make a choice. In this review we will be talking about company backgrounds, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage plans, exposure or leverage offered across segments, accuracy of research, performance of trading platforms, and some of the features that can help you to figure out which of these two stockbrokers is a better choice for you. Let's get started. So starting with the company background, Choice Broking and Sharekhan, like we mentioned, are full service stockbrokers. Sharekhan has been around for a while. In the year 2010 it was launched, while Choice Broking on the other hand is relatively younger within the full service stockbroking space, established in the year 2010. Sharekhan has a huge offline presence with around 2000 sub-brokers and franchise locations across different parts of India. So that basically implies that there is a high possibility that you might find the sub-broker office or the branch office or the franchise office of Sharekhan around your region. It could be a first-tier city or a second-tier city, possibly a third-tier city as well. Choice Broking on the other hand has limited offline presence with around 75 locations across India. As far as membership is concerned, Choice Broking is member of BSE, NSE, MCX and MCX SX, while Sharekhan has an additional membership of NSEL. So certainly between these two stockbrokers, Sharekhan has a better and a richer history. If we talk about the account opening charges, Sharekhan is one of the most premium stockbrokers of country. For account opening they charge you 750 rupees, and to maintain your demat account with them you have to pay 450 rupees every year. On the other hand, Choice Broking charges you 200 rupees to open the trading account. They charge you additional 500 rupees for power of attorney, but you have to check with the broker that would they be refunding it or you or not, because in some cases it seems that they are a little inconsistent with that charge, and it really depends on the kind of initial deposit you put in, and correspondingly they will make that arrangement. For AMC there's nothing like that, it's absolutely free with Choice Broking. Then we have the brokerage rates. Now full service stockbrokers, they charge you a specific percentage of your trade value and then they calculate the brokerage. So it's not a flat rate like in case of discount brokers where you pay 10 rupees or 20 rupees. Here a specific rate will be calculated. For instance, if you trade for 1 lakh rupees, in that particular case, let's say Choice Broking is charging you 0.2% for equity delivery. So in that particular situation you will be charged rupees 200 as brokerage rate only. And similarly, if you talk about Sharekhan, their brokerage can go as high as 500 rupees. It really depends on the kind of a plan you pick up or the kind of initial deposit you do, the kind of negotiations you go through. We'll talk about all of that, but just to give you an idea, these are the numbers as far as brokerage rates are concerned. Both of these are expensive, but between certainly these two brokers, Choice Broking is much cheaper, around 22.5% times less than Sharekhan. Now we'll spend some time talking about the different plans they offer, and based on that you can make a calculative judgment. To understand these plans we need to go to ourdigitalblogger.com. Now first let's talk about Sharekhan. Now Sharekhan has got a couple of plans. One is called postpaid, the other one is prepaid. In postpaid plan you need to provide a specific initial margin money, and based on that your corresponding brokerage rate will be decided. For instance, if you start with 25,000, for equity delivery you are going to pay 0.5% as your brokerage, and similarly for other segments the brokerage is adjusted. If you go and increase your margin money to let's say 1 lakh rupees, then your delivery goes to 0.25%, almost exactly half rather, and similar decline is seen in other segments. If you can go at till 10 lakh rather, your brokerage is as low as 0.15%. So it's very clear that higher the initial deposit, lower your brokerage percentage you're going to pay to Sharekhan. Now whatever initial margin you're going to put up in your trading account, you must understand that this is a refundable money. You can get it back to your bank account anytime you want. Then there is another plan called prepaid plan. Herein you need to pay a specific subscription rate. It's like an account opening fees where we just discussed of 750 rupees. We are given a default rate of 0.5%. If you can increase that account opening fees or subscription rate or prepaid amount to, let's say, 6,000 rupees, your brokerage goes to half, to 0.25. If it can be increased to 1 lakh, it goes to as low as 0.1%. Now it really depends again on what kind of money that you can shell out as a subscription rate, and whatever money we're talking about in this case is non-refundable. It's one-time cost, and till the time you are going to have the account with Sharekhan, the corresponding brokerage rates are going to apply to you across the segment. So it really depends whether you're looking for a long term, whether you're looking for a higher trading commitment or a turnover commitment, and based on that, your preferences, based on your requirements, you can make a choice of a specific plan first, and correspondingly within that plan, what particular aspect of that plan is most interestable to you. So these are two brokerage plans in case of Sharekhan. Now let's talk about what is the situation with choice broking. So in case of choice broking, it's a flat rate plan of 0.2%. It really depends on your negotiation skills and initial turnover. Now you can go ahead and talk with the executive and make sure that you can get the better deal. So their prescribed rates are the ones that we are looking at the screen right now, but it can go as low as 0.15 or 0.1% for equity delivery, and correspondingly lower in case of other segments. But there are a couple of things that you need to consider here. One, your initial deposit or margin money. Higher, let's say 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees of initial deposit can give you a better deal, and your negotiation skills. You can say that you've talked to other stockbrokers in the country and they're giving you that kind of a percentage. So that kind of a thing might work for you or might not, but that is the only way that you can deal with choice broking. So certainly if you are a beginner, if you're a low-term investor, then choice broking makes more sense as far as brokerage is concerned. If you are going for a longer commitment, if you're going to be there doing trading all of the time in the stock market, in that particular case you have much more risk-taking ability and things like that. You can shell out higher capital or higher subscription cost. In those specific cases, you can go ahead with Sharekhan. So you have to make your choice accordingly. Next up, we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this concept, basically it's kind of a short-term loan offered by your stockbroker at a specific interest rate. This interest rate can be in the range of 15 to 22, 23%. Now, if you have, let's say, 10,000 rupees in trading account balance, you can trade up to 1 lakh rupees with choice broking for equity intraday, because they give you 10 times exposure. For Sharekhan, the number remains the same because the values are similar. In other segments, you can see that choice broking certainly gives you much better deal as far as exposure or leverage is concerned. Now, it really depends whether you need this concept to use in the first place or not, and basically from there you can make a choice. At the same time, we need to inform you that this can be risky if you are a beginner, if you do not know the intricacies of this particular concept. It's better to avoid it, learn it, understand it, and only then put your trading account capital in this particular aspect here. Then we have customer service. Now, full service stockbrokers generally known for good customer service, specifically in terms of number of communication channels, be it online, be it offline. As we just mentioned, that Sharekhan has around 2,000 sub-broker offices across India. They've got email support, live chat, phone, and toll-free number to complement that. Choice broking, on the other hand, just has email support and phone. So these are few concerns here in terms of number of communication channels. Also, when it comes to the quality of service, the turnaround time they take, the personalization factor of communications and messaging, Sharekhan does a slightly better job than choice broking. Sharekhan in a sense is better than average, and choice broking is somewhere around average when it comes to customer service. But generally people have high expectations from full service stockbrokers, and Sharekhan is doing a decent job there. Then we have research and trading products. Now, both of them give you regular tips, recommendations, research reports, and analysis on a weekly, daily, regular sort of a basis. You can pick any of those when it comes to that, but accuracy is more important in this case, and Sharekhan again does a decent job. They give you quick tips for intraday traders and fundamental reports for long-term investors, and certainly the accuracy part is better in terms of percentage when compared to choice broking. Trading segments, not much of a difference. You can trade across equity, mutual funds, IPOs, currency, commodity, and a bunch of other products such as bonds, insurance, and mutual funds, for instance, to go ahead with any of these stockbrokers here. Then finally we have some other features, and it really depends whether you need these features in the first place or not. For instance, if you need automated trading, then you should be going ahead with choice broking. If you need SMS alerts, then Sharekhan is going to provide you that. There is something which we have taken up recently, is the complaints percentage. Now what we have seen, these are records from NSE and BSE, that what we have seen is that out of the total number of active clients, how many of them have lodged complaints in the last financial year against a stockbroker. Now in case of choice broking, that percentage is 0.23%, which is higher than industry average of 0.14%, while Sharekhan is maintaining a decent repo at 0.02%. So complaint wise, again Sharekhan is doing a better job here. Now we'll talk about some of the trading platforms offered by these two stockbrokers here. We'll start with the mobile app, and for that we need to check out Google Play Store. So we will start with the mobile app of Sharekhan, which is rated at 3.9 by around 2400 users, out of which around 20% of them have rated this app negatively, which gives the overall satisfaction score close to around 80%. If you look at some of the stats here, the last update was done on 5th of July 2017. We are recording this video last week of August 2017. So it's been around 2 months that this app has seen an update. Number of installs are in the range of 1 to 5 lakh. So number wise, this application can be improved. It's almost there, but it's not really there. So that is kind of a situation with the mobile app of Sharekhan, and there are few concerns raised by the users. For instance, if you want to perform your technical or fundamental analysis using the charting feature of this application, you might face some concerns. At the same time, there have been some fluctuations seen. If you're logging in and logging out of the applications, you will be having a terrible user experience. There is also a specific issue with putting up the stop loss option as a feature. So there are few issues, but not to worry. It seems that Sharekhan is getting there with the kind of numbers we are looking at, but one thing they need to certainly work upon is to update their mobile app on a regular basis. They should try 3 weeks trials, 3 weeks updates, and from there they can see the improvements for their clients. Now this is about Sharekhan. We have to see what is provided by Choice Broking in the mobile trading space. So they give you an app which is rated at 4.2. This application is called Choice Index. Out of around 108 users, around 18% of them have rated this app negatively. It's a very small sample size to make a objective judgment. And if we talk about the update frequency cycle, the last one was done terribly bad, 15th of March 2017. Number of installs 5,000 to 10,000. So certainly we can say this app is not even mature. It hasn't really reached to a stage where it can compete with some of the best mobile trading apps in the country right now. There are few issues in this case as well. When we talk to some of the clients of Choice Broking, the concerns were performance or speed of the mobile app. Their features are limited. We can imagine that simply because the application or the update frequency cycle is going to take so long, and that is going to be a problem in terms of adding in new features. And there have been some login related issues seen in this mobile app as well. So as far as mobile trading is concerned, between Sharekhan and Choice Broking, you can certainly go ahead with Sharekhan. Having said that, there are much better trading applications available in the country right now, but if you are going to compare these two stockbrokers here, Sharekhan is going to certainly win that battle. Now let's talk about the other trading platforms offered by these two stockbrokers and see what they are going to give you. For that, we need to talk about our digital blogger. So we'll start with the trading platforms of Sharekhan. To start with, we have Trade Tiger. Now this is a terminal based solution. You're required to download this and install this onto your computer and laptop. Once you do that, you need to put in your credentials, login and password, and you can start trading. Now this is a mature application. It's been around for a while now. People know this. For people who are experienced trader, they've been using it for quite a bit. Number of features are exhaustive. Speed and performance is also good. Couple of concerns: the user experience can be improved. I know that they've been working on this in the recent past as well, but the user experience has not really reached to a level that it should. At the same time, it's a little bulky too, so it really requires you to have a decent configuration of your computer or laptop. Unless you have that, you are going to have a suboptimal sort of a trading experience. Then we have the other trading application, which is the mobile app. We've talked about this. And then the web-based browser application, where you do not need to download or install anything. You just go to the website of Sharekhan, click on login, and you can start trading after putting your credentials. Number of features are good. There are some unique features in this case. For instance, there is pattern finder. For people who are looking for long-term investors, they can just easily identify some sort of patterns and get some stocks filtered out for themselves. Similarly, you can put some sort of notifications and alerts for yourself based on the kind of settings or preferences you have. Then some other basic features such as market watch list, and then you can trade across multiple segments. So all of that is available in this case. The only downside with this is that it doesn't really give you a responsive sort of a trading experience. That means you can just use it on your computer or laptop. You cannot access this application easily on your mobile or a tablet device because it's not going to give you adaptive sort of trading experience in that. So generally what we have seen is whatever browser based web applications we have in the industry, the ones which are coming from prominent stockbrokers, they give you a responsive experience, making sure that wherever you are you can use this application across any device, any browser. That limitation is still sticking to Sharekhan. Now let's talk about choice broking and see what they have in place for you. So when it comes to choice broking, we've talked about the mobile app. It's a reasonable one but still needs to mature over time. Then we have the browser-based application called Choice Investigator. This gives you decent number of features, but still speed or performance is concerned. The UI is also pretty fancy like the mobile app, but certainly it needs to work upon the performance part especially. So if you're living in a smaller city, let's say a third-tier city, you will not have a trading experience of any value that you want. So as far as speed is concerned, you're okay to have it in the first tier kind of city where the bandwidth of internet is pretty good. Then we have Orient Diet. Now this is a third-party software. It is not developed and maintained by Choice Broking. It gives you multiple number of features, exhaustive. At the same time, it's going to give you an okayish sort of a user experience. It's also bulky, but the bigger problem in this case is that since it's a third-party application, and if you as a client have any sort of a recommendation or a concern that you want the broker to incorporate within the trading application, it's not going to happen because the choice broking company is not going to maintain this application in-house, and they're just going to forward your request to the concerned technical team, and they will make the decision whether to go ahead with the feedback or not. Otherwise, these are decent performing applications. If you're going to start trading, if you're a beginner, then you will find some sort of a decent experience overall across these trading applications. You will not be disappointed for sure. But when it comes to competition, be it the terminal based solutions, be it the browser based application or the mobile app, Sharekhan does a decent job, much better job than choice broking can perform. So that is about trading platforms. Now let's get back to the presentation. So that's it as far as comparison between choice broking and Sharekhan is concerned. We talked about multiple features here. Now you have to make that call, make the decision yourself based on your needs and your requirements. However, if you need some sort of advice, some sort of suggestion from our end, you can go ahead and check out this link, ourdigitalblogger.com/free, call back broker choice, put in your details and your requirements, and we will send you the details of a broker at your contact details. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, Our Digital Blogger, at YouTube for similar videos in the future. We have presence on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr and SlideShare with the same handle, Our Digital Blogger, where we post content on a regular basis, and you can keep yourself updated with the stock market information. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Bye bye.